Hello everyone, welcome in online series for Geotechnical Engineering. I am Professor Siddhi Borade from Vishwabharati Academy's College of Engineering, Ahilyanagar. In Geotechnical Engineering series, previous lecture we are study about what is soil and what is the applications of geotechnical engineering and their study. In previous lecture, we are study about the three-phase system, their application in geotechnical engineering, and index properties used in three-phase system in geotechnical engineering. In this lecture, we are studying about the permeability and importance of permeability. The permeability is the basic concept used in geotechnical engineering. In this lecture, we are defining and applications of permeability in various fields such as hydrology, environmental studies, and another field. The presentation is on the concept of permeability, definition of permeability, and examining its significance in different applications. In geotechnical engineering, soil is a basic ingredient, a basic part of the geotechnical engineering. And the permeability is a concept which is related to the soil and the material which is used or important in geotechnical engineering. First of all, we are see the definition of permeability. What is a permeability? Permeability refers the ability of material, often so- soil or rock, to allow the fluid to pass through it. It is the basic definition of permeability. It means permeability is a concept or permeability is a property which is the ability of fluid or any liquid through the soil or rock. It is called as a permeability. In another word, we are also called the ability of flow of material or ability of flow of liquid from the given soil or rock. It is called as a permeability. In this picture, we are seeing the four containers which is contain different type of soil, that is the gravel, sand, silt and clay, and the water is passing through that materials with within different timing, or we also call the timing are sets for passing the flood. The in first container we see the gravel and the flood is passed within 2 minutes, and the flow of flood between these four containers or between these four type of soil are different. The permeability is the shows the basic flow or the timing of passing flood to given type of soil or rock. It is a crucial property in hydrology, geology, and engineering, influencing the water flow and contamination of substance. The measurement of permeability is essential in area such as groundwater studies, petroleum extractions, and waste management. It means the permeability is important for the groundwater studies and the wastewater management. In waste management, we are also the permeability concept, and hence we are studying about the permeability. Basically, we are seeing the definition of permeability. That is the ability of flow of material or the liquid from the soil or soil rock. It is called as the permeability. And these are the basic definition of permeability. In next, the types of permeability. We are studying about permeability. What is the permeability? We are seeing what is the permeability. But depending upon their property of porous material, the permeability also changes and effective permeability is defined. Depending, the permeability are divided uh, in number of types depending on the porous material itself, and second is effective permeability, which is considered the presence of different phase of liquid. And another classification also include the vertical and horizontal permeability, which is depending on orientation of flow relative to the material structure. It means the types of permeability are depending on the material which is present or which material through we are passing the flood. Then second is the orientation of particles. And third one is the relative flow, orientation of flow of the material structure. In previous slide, we are seeing the four containers, which is contain different number of particles or different number of material are used in this container. And they also shows the different flow depending on the particle contain the containers. These are the types or different types are shown in this picture. Then next is the main factor affecting the permeability. First slide we are studying what is the permeability. Then the second is the types of permeability. Depending on the material orientation of the particles and the flow orientation, we are divide the permeability in number of types. Then what are the factor affecting the permeability? There are number of factor which is affect the permeability of that material. The several factor can affect the permeability of material, including its porosity, particle size and shape. It means if the porosity of the material changes, the permeability also change. Then second is the particle size it changes, then permeability also changes. And third one is a shape. Shape of the particle is changes. The permeability also changes. In this picture, we are shows the two blocks. In first block, we are arranged the particle in different manner. In first is a cavity are seen, and the gravel size, the particle size also big as compared to the second block. And in second block, the particle size is also small and it is compacted. The number of voids are very less in this second blocks. It shows in first block the water pass through it and the high permeability shows. It means the passing flood from this first block is easily due to the presence of number of voids and it shows high permeability. In second blocks there is a absence or less voids are present and hence the water pass through it it's very slowly and it shows low permeability, and it shows the permeability is affected by the particle size and their shape. In second point, we are studying the arrangement of particles, that is the granular structure or the presence of fractures or voids, and the characteristics of the flood, that is the if characteristics flood also changes, the permeability also changes. If the flood is viscous, the permeability affect and it is the lower than as compared to the normal flood. It is mean by permeability changes with the characteristics of the flood changes. Then, if the compacted and saturated soil is generally exhibit the different permeability as compared to the loose or dry one. It means if the soil is compacted, the number of voids are less, and hence the permeability affects because there is a no portion for the flowing of the flood. And our main definition or our main concept permeability is depending on the passing flood from the given material. It means if there is a no uh, voids or there is a no space for the flow of the flood, then the permeability is also decreases. These are the different factor which is affect the permeability, and it are the main factors for affect the permeability. Then what are the applications in various fields of permeability? The first application or first field of the application of the permeability is geotechnical engineering. Why we are studying about permeability, or why we are apply the permeability in geotechnical engineering? In geotechnical engineering, understanding permeability is a vital for the designing of foundation, earth dam, and the slopes. It means designing of foundation. Foundation is the base of the structure, and it is a foundation is contain various type of soil, and the permeability is the main part for the understanding the ability of flow to the material. And hence the foundation in case of foundation design, we are apply the concept, or we are uh, design the permeability before the build the structure or build the foundation of the main structure. Then in case of earthen dam also contain huge material which is resist the water flow, and which is the main part which contain the soil. And hence the we are design or we are finding permeability of earthen dam. And in case of slopes also the important part in any structure. And for prevention or disasters occur due to flow of water, we are study about the permeability. This is the application, important applications of permeability, geotechnical engineering. Then in permeability, it's affect the drainage and stability of soil. It means for accuracy of pavement failure. In pavement failure, we are finding the permeability of that material, and then the design of the structure. The engineer must consider the permeability when evaluating the behavior of soil under the load. If we are giving the load on the any material, and then if the failure is occur, then there is a some portion which is failure. So, to prevent the failure of the structure, the engineers design or engineers find out the permeability of the material. These are the main applications of permeability in geotechnical engineering. In second field, that is the environmental studies. In environmental study, permeability play a critical role. In environmental studies, particularly in assessing the groundwater contamination and resource management. In case of resource management, we are find out the permeability of the material, and understanding how pollutant move through the soil or rock play can the inform remediation strategy and the environmental protection efforts. It means in case of the flow pollutant flow, through the soil or rock layer. We can find the permeability and prevents the environmental efforts, and remediation strategies are finding out because of finding the permeability of that material. Then the knowledge of permeability is useful for design of landfill and monitoring the waste sites and protection of groundwater resources. It means the design of groundwater resources and design of landfills. We are use the permeability studies. This is the application of permeability in environmental studies. In first slide, we are finding the application of permeability in geotechnical engineering studies. Then second one is the environmental studies. The next field is in hydrology. In hydrology, permeability is the important for modeling groundwater flow and surface water interaction. It means the permeability is applicable in hydrology for the modeling of groundwater flow and the surface water interaction. This is the main application of permeability in hydrology. Then it determines how water moves through aquifer and influence the research rate and groundwater availability. Then next one is hydrologists use the permeability data to manage water resources. In case of water resources, the hydrologists are use the permeability data. Then prediction of flooding. In case of flooding, they are use the permeability data and then assess the impact of land use changes on water dynamics. In case of water dynamics, they are also use the permeability data. This is the main application of permeability hydrology. These are the main three fields of application of permeability. Then next one is the main key concept or the main slide of our this lecture. In first slide, we are study about the permeability definition. Then their types depending on the material size, then orientation of the material, then the flow, type of flow pass through the material. We are divide the permeability in number of types. Then the application of the permeability in various fields. And this is the last slide, which is conclude that the permeability is the fundamental property that influence various fields, including engineering, environmental science, and hydrology. This is the main purpose or the main fundamental property. It is the importance of permeability in various fields. That understand we are understand about what is the permeability, factor affecting permeability, and application for effective management of natural resources and infrastructure planning. It means we are understand permeability for the management of natural resources and infrastructure planning. And by the assessing of permeability accurately, the professionals can make inform the decision that enhance the safety. It means for the safety purpose, the stability purpose, and environmental protection purpose, we are study about the permeability. This is the main application, their importance, and the geotechnical point of view, the permeability is important for the study. Thank you for watching this video. And in next lecture, we are study about the different measurements, how measure the permeability by different laws and their application in geotechnical engineering field. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.